to third, it looks better. So when you watch TV, look for that, all the shots. They're composed this way, either here on the right or the left, or they'll try and use these lines here. Again, no one knows why it looks so good, but it does. It's just one of those rules. So that's how to make, that's what pros do. And when I'm on my camera, I've got a grid on. And I'll introduce you to a bit of kit here. The iPad. Right, if we get round, I don't know if you can see anything. So, on this piece of software, it's called Filmic Pro, and I will be giving you, I've got the cheapest leaflet known to mankind, which I'll give out to a link to my website, and then you can actually see all these resources here, so you know where to download them. I think it's like $2.99, you've got to pay for it. But Filmic Pro for the iPad and iPhone, in my view, is the best thing. It actually creates almost a professional camera. So what have we got here? We've got grid lines. New volunteer, please. Do you want to volunteer again? No.
Less than someday.
Okay. Who wants to be volunteer?
Volunteer for what?
I bet you've done it. You've done it. Right. Just a bit that way, a bit way, that bit. That way. There we go. So this is what I'm doing. Can you see these lines here? There's a grid on here. So I'm trying to, well, I'll show you later. I'm trying to line her up. Now, if you could just go to your left a little bit, or right even. A bit more. Bit to your left.
Centre, basically.
Yeah, centre. Yeah. Say a bit more. So that is not as good as if you go to your left a little bit. Bit this way. That way. Bit that way. There we go. There we go. Yeah. I don't know if you agree or not, but that's watch TV. See, that's what all the camera pros do. It's a secret they don't tell you.
Is that the third rule?
The third rule. Rule of thirds. Right. Filmic Pro.
Actually, why on that side, or why not on the other side where there is more light? Because on the iPad I see that her face has got more light, which is on that side. Isn't it like when you take a picture of someone, you want them to have like the more light, on the face?
Yeah.
Because here, like the.
I haven't lit it yet.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So I was just doing rule of thirds there. So Filmic Pro, why is it so good? Okay. So one of the reasons what all the pros do, and what a lot of cameras don't do, is they focus and then lock the focus. It's locked. It's not coming in and out, messing around. They lock off the exposure, how much light's coming on. It's not the auto exposure as you move will just change and be really weird. And you can find a lot of cameras it gets darker and lighter while you're filming. So you want to get all these settings and lock them off so they can't change. And you can do that with this, on the iPad and iPhone. There's something equivalent for the Android, but it's not that great. I'm sorry, guys. But it's nearly as good. And how do we do that? Well, with this application, there's a little... Where's the manual? Has he disappeared? Oh, I missed him. Yeah. Okay. Are you free, Chris?
Yes.
Do you want to come out here? I'll use because David's going to miss this. Can you read the subject?
Okay.
You're going to miss
Can I
this
just check something? Because iPad has no flash, so that's why you need this.
Yeah, you don't use stuff. If you come out, I'm going to.
Oh,
you can
right,
see
great.
what's going
Okay.
on
Done.
now. Just come in here, Chris. So what I'm going to do now with Chris, we're going to. There's two little things here. This little thing is right. That's your iris. That's your exposure, and then that is your focus. So what we're trying to do is focus on the eyes. Exposure can be a bit tricky. So, I might put it over there a bit because I want it a bit higher. And then you just lock them off. That button there and that button there. Does everyone see that? Is that okay? So basically what you do, unlock there. These little circles here. And that one there is the iris. That's going to be exposure.
Oh, sorry.
And that's the focus.
So that's when you're happy with the thing.
Yeah, and it will automatically do the exposure and the focus for you. And then
So why do you put the focus on this?
the eye is the most important thing.
Exposure, sorry, why does that show that?
Because it's a bit, that's one of the downsides of these systems, it's not fine-tuned. So if I go like that, that's not too bad, it's quite light. I go there.
Just changing the lighting,
You can change it.
changing the exposure rate.
bit there. So it does change a bit, so you just got to play around. The idea is, wherever you put it on, it exposes it. Like that.
And does it move? If he moves, does it move with him?
No, that's it.
It's fixed.
It's fixed. So it's quite a nice, you don't get that on a normal camera, and you've got to mess around with the camera, but because it's an iPad, you've got these little things. Some of the more expensive DSLRs do that these days, so they've got a thing and do this stuff. And this one is, I'm going to explain white balance to you. Press it, it's a white balance button. Basically what white balance is, outside in a nice lovely day it's blue light, indoors is yellow light. And what all cameras do is they try and compensate for that. So indoors they'll make it more blue to compensate for the yellow light, and outdoors they'll make it more yellow. So it's just lock it off. It's not that important, but you can find variation. And they're all great cameras. We've got a nice big red button to record. And you press it. And it records it. And it's that simple. Yeah.
So the keys with all these YouTube icons.
Well, the principles. Yeah, the principle really is what you're trying to do with these things is get the right focus, get the right exposure, lock it off, then film.
With good lighting.
Yeah, with decent lighting. And now that's locked up, I can move the camera around. It's processing, that's not good. It's back again. So yeah, keep it round. It's not focusing, doing lots of weird stuff. So if I turn those off, I'll start doing that. Then you can see all the exposure will come and change all the time.
Yeah, it's changing.
That's horrible.
So Iain, the tripod, obviously that's standard kit, but this bit here...
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's not forget about that bit. Okay, so people want to come around this way a bit. So I'll go through some of the bits and pieces that I've actually going to go through. So first of all, tripod, Argos, cheapest you can get. Okay, 12 quid. Goes or get them off Amazon. Standard tripod. The bit of kit that you really want to get your hands on is this little thing here. I've got links to this. This is a special mount for a iPad, and you get an iPhone as well.
Does that work for both mini?
Have you
and
got a
big?
worksheet with all that, all the
Yeah, I've got
equipment
a
on that?
worksheet.
Yeah.
I've got a worksheet
Okay.
with all links on. Want to
Does
start
that
passing
work
that
with
around?
mini? Oh, sorry, mini and the. No,
That's just for a normal iPad.
Oh.
You just go on Amazon and look for mini one, but I've got a link for that. So and they make them for phones as well.
And it's called.
It's just
iPad
an iPad tripod adapter, something like that. But I've got a link for everyone that you can write down, and I've printed it out on the smallest bit of paper that you can lose. Yeah. And the other thing is, and the hardest thing to find, I'm going to talk about sound. Yeah. You must use a microphone for every video you make. Do not use the built-in one. I shall repeat that. Do not use the built-in microphone on your camera. It's rubbish. So a lot of cameras, a lot of amateurs, you couldn't actually make a video with an external microphone until quite recently because it was too expensive. They're like professional cameras. But now you can. You can actually get a microphone for an iPhone and an iPad. And I'll show you what it looks like. They're called lavalier microphones or tie-clip microphones. They look like this. This took me a long time to find this sort of microphone. There's one company makes it in Winchester called Micronic. Another company make a similar one, but I couldn't get it to work and sent it back, called Rode. They're one of the biggest professional manufacturers of professional microphones. But this is the one that works for me. You might find others. You can get adapters for XLR. I guess no one knows what that is, but that's professional microphones are different. You can actually plug professional microphones in here as well if you go down the pro route, but they're a lot more expensive.
What's it called, the microphone?
This one, I'm going to send you a link to it.
Yeah.
But it's a company called Micronic. This is a £25 one, and they do one for £10.
Oh, what's the difference?
This has got gold on it, and a nice long lead, and it's slightly better quality, probably. I don't know. Yeah. So, sound. Any questions about sound? Do not use built-in sound.
So this microphone you just plug into your iPhone?
Just plug it in, and it works. And
Does
that's,
it come with the right good?
yes,
Oh.
that took a long time to find this.
Yes, yes.
I've bought quite a lot of microphones. So this is for an amateur, it's the cheapest one I could find as well. Yeah, you can start going XLR route, it's £50 for the adapter, £100 for a microphone, you know, then the costs go for the roof. So this is £10 or £25.
Where do you fix that? Obviously not a speaker. No, because the wire will be showing.
You put it underneath there.
You put it underneath.
Put it underneath.
Oh, okay.
He's not going to do
I'll
that
be
for you.
stripping.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Don't worry.
I suggest I do. So, microphone. So let's make a movie. Has anybody got the old mount thing?
How much lead have you got there?
I've got. Well, you can. The company's
Very
amazing.
long.
You can buy as long as you want.
Okay.
So
right.
when you go and buy it, you say how long you want the lead.
It doesn't
Micronic.
compromise the quality. For some leads, the longer
Well,
the quality is compromised.
That's true. I'm not a great expert on this. I think it's to do with shielding. But yeah, the longer it is, the more risk you've got of
yeah.
interference. But I've never had a problem. So. Oh, cheers. Very cool.
Can you do like a test on your iPad for the sound as well?
The test is record it until it sounds like.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's your test, because if you've got more money, if you've got more expensive cameras, you get a monitor on it. So you get a headphone, and you can monitor sound. But we're doing this on a budget, you can't do that on this. It's just record it and see how it sounds. If it doesn't sound good, do it again. So yeah, testing. Always do a test before you start, make sure it sounds good and looks good.
Is there any limit on the number or the amount of continuous filming you can do?
Depends how much memory you've got.
So how memory hungry is it?
What am I doing here? I'm making a mess of it. It depends. I'll go some quality. There's some advanced settings on here that I can show you now, and you can change the quality you film at. And I've got to give you a caveat on something that's a bit rubbish on it. Well, here we go. So, look at that. Right, I need you all behind me now, around here. I'm just going to show you some stuff. I actually ought to do a little data sheet on this. So there are a lot of advanced settings in here. Advanced settings is this little thing here, this little control there. Okay. I'm going to talk about flicker and lights and stuff. So who knows what the Hertz rate is in the UK for electricity?
50.
Exactly, 50. What's it in America?
60.
Yeah. So this is the problem you get. If we put this down to, press the right button. Yeah. So we go down to 30 frames. Let's see if this happens. Theoretically, that should flicker. Theoretically, it's not. But
So you want to be on 50.
so you really want to try and get down to 25. But there's a problem. I'm going to warn you now about the problem. Filmic Pro's got a very weird thing. I don't know if they fixed it in the latest one. Is sometimes when you edit on a PC or a Mac, it messes up the sync between the audio and the picture. And there's a solution for that with Handbrake, which I will cover in a minute. So that's just a little one weird thing with this software. You could try 30, you know, and that will work perfectly fine.
Why are we going lower? I'm not 50.
We're trying to stop the flicker.
Anita's question.
What is a Hertz rate?
It's basically, let me explain that properly, I didn't explain it properly. So basically what happens in electricity is we only get half of it, half a light. It's flickering, you can't see it. That light is flickering, it's dark half the time and light half the time. And it flickers at 50 frames a second. Every 50th of a second it's on, and then it's off, then it's on, then it's off, then it's off. And it's called AC. So we have an AC system, and it's to do with transporting energy efficiently. If we didn't do that, we didn't have that system, we couldn't transport electricity across the national grid efficiently. So it's just how it is. So lights are flickering, not continuous. They claim they are, but are not. So you could just be aware of that. And there's lots of settings here you can go in. Things like you can turn on and off the grid, you can do all sorts of stuff. I'm not going to go into too much because it's a bit too much detail today.
Can I just be clear? Why are we lowering it below 50 then?
We're not, we're making it 25. 25 is what TV's made it, well TV's 50, but 25 is typical what you'd use
Really?
for these lights. Unless we're a movie company and we've got DC lights. So all the big Hollywood studios, they'll have big generators and they'll generate their own energy, DC, so they don't flicker, they've got continuous lights. But because we're on a budget, we've got flickery lights and it's very common.
And that's how you looked at me when you were like, we're on a budget.
I think someone's been sensitive. I lost my grid. So I'm just going to put my grid back up again. Which is yeah, so that button there, you can see that button, that's your grid. Do your rule of thirds.
Third one down.
Yeah, I can see that. Right, who wants to make a movie? Who's got a script that they want to do? Has anybody got an idea what I want to talk about? No? No one? No? No free movie? Do you want to do a movie?
I have to do the movie what mystery shoppers are.
Yeah, well, come on, let's make a movie. Let's make a movie. Right, you're off the hook.
So I've got a cold today, I'm waiting for
You put that up your
Oh,
jacket.
you're in black.
Okay.
Black.
Okay. You can hide these if you're clever, but it's difficult. I'm not going to go into that. So.
So, Ian, is there any too close and too far away in the mouth, the microphone distance?
You want it fairly close, but as close as you can get it. But it's fine. Whatever you get, you get.
What about distance away from the camera?
Right, that's a very good point. I forgot about that. Don't zoom. Do not zoom with the camera. Never do it. Because these cameras, how they zoom, is they just make the picture smaller. They don't actually zoom. You just lose quality. So it's called zoom with your feet. So zoom with your feet is a great system. Look at this. Look at that. It looks amazing. There we go. My zoom with feet system. Yeah. And then you can zoom out.
Still the same quality.
Brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. So always zoom with your feet. Yeah. Don't use all the zooming things. So don't with these cameras. If you can just play around with composition a bit. So I might make that a bit lower. And one trick I do when I make my own videos, I do it twice. So what I'll do is I'll do one kind of mid-shot like this, and then I'll do one kind of close-up, like that, and then I just cut the two together. It's a really easy technique, because one of the things you struggle with is you won't remember everything, and you might want to cut between different bits and make it a bit more interesting. Generally, one of the biggest tips, try and keep the eyes in the same place, so that when you edit, you can cut on the eyes, yeah? And it looks more natural. It's another little tip. So we're going to make this little quick movie. How are we doing for time? What time is it? Because the pub's calling.
It's fast.
Oh, we've got loads of time. So, does anybody want to play? Want to play the camera? Anyone? Volunteers? Want to play?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, you'd be desperate to come and play the camera. Now then, another thing is, just step right back. I'm going to show you something else here. Can people see this? Can people see the shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah? How do you get rid of shadow?
Like lighting.
No?
Move the camera. Green
Walk
screen.
forwards. More. Yeah? The more you separate here, the less likely you get shadows. Yeah? And you can play around the lights a bit. It's distance between the wall and the subject. Reduces shadow. That's right, I'm going to come here. It's a dynamic section. And you can just mess around the lights a bit and see how you get on. looks quite nice. Okay. Use something like that. Okay. Are you petrified? What's your name, sorry?
Jodie.
Jodie, are you petrified?
No, I'm okay.
Great. So,
Maybe a little.
do you know what you're going to say?
No. Should I just say roughly what we're going to say in our video?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go for that bit.
It's not awkward at all.
And, right, we're ready to go. I haven't brought a clapperboard today, so silence everyone. Rolling. Okay, we are rolling, we're rolling, and action.
As a customer, there's many ways that you can be involved with us. One of the ways you can be involved with us is by being a performance auditor. A performance auditor, also known as a mystery shopper, is a way that you can have a look and investigate our services so that you can come up with ideas on ways that we can improve our services to you. Is that okay?
Cool. And then we can do another one.
Okay.
A little closer. Take all over. All right. And we're rolling. Silence, action.
One example of a performance...
So from the beginning again?
Oh, from the beginning?
Oh, you haven't finished
Oh,
yet?
okay, I don't know what it said. Okay, yeah, let's try again then.
Yeah.
One way as a customer that you can be involved with us is by being a performance auditor, also known as a mystery shopper. I don't know what else I said. Can we cut it there and then just slice the front of
That's
that?
fine.
Is
So
that okay?
what's your next bit?
Well, the next bit after the first bit,
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
oh, I did it. One example of how a performance auditor has improved the way that services delivered by us, is by looking at our website. 8 performance auditors reviewed our website and came up with a whole array of ideas that we put into place, and that has led to us improving our website.
Cool. There you go. Right. Any questions? Shall we play it back? Come around here. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Play it back. We can't get the sound great, but
It's going to be torture watching my film.
so I'll play it back. Okay, let's play it back. Maybe it'll be in the speaker. Maybe it'll be on the speaker.
One example of a performance auditor. Oh, from the beginning. Let's try again then. Too nice up all those faces. One way as a customer that you can be involved with us is by being a performance auditor, also known as a mystery shopper. I don't know what else I said. Is that okay? Well, the next bit after the first bit I said, oh, I did it. One example of how a performance auditor has improved the way that services delivered by us, is by looking at our website. 8 performance auditors reviewed our website and came up with a whole array of ideas that we put into place, and that has led to us improving our website.
Round of applause.
I really like it with the top of my head, actually. I think
Yeah.
I would have kind of put them there. So
Yeah.
I like that.
That's one of the techniques people use. So you just keep watching TV, watching other people do it, and deconstruct it. Just deconstruct.
So where did you save that? On the hard drive?
Well, at the moment, I'll tell you where. I'll go to the next bit now. We're going to edit it now.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be good fun. Oh yes,
So
sorry.
I don't, they're going to break.
Oh yeah, they're quite tough, but yeah, I'll just start smashing around.
Mind anyone's way here?
Can I just say, Ian, the one I'm used to is the booming microphone, kind of hang there.
Yeah.
And it's not on the
Yeah.
whoever speaks.
They're professional mics.
Oh, okay.
So a boom microphone will set you back about 150. The adapter's £50. That's, and you need an operator. I don't use them because you know, it starts.
Too much.
Yeah, it's too much stuff. You can hire someone. I know someone does £100 a day. Very cheap.
It is cheap.
It is very cheap. It was on a short. You do it a day. So we've got some footage here now. So one of the got user here is it's stuck in Filmic Pro, so we've got to get it out of Filmic Pro into something we can generally use. On an iPad and iPhone, it doesn't really have a file system, but it has the, I've forgotten the name of it, the gallery, where the photos go. Gallery. We've got a gallery, so basically you've got to copy them into the gallery, and then other applications can then edit them, or you can take them off here onto your Mac or PC, and I'll talk about some different apps and variables and stuff.
Can I just ask, if
Fire away.
you film it the other way up,
Don't do that, I'll shoot you.
I did, the loads of videos that I wanted to mash together, is that it? They just,
That's
no good.
awful.
Okay.
Are your TVs like that?
No.
No?
So it's got a landscape.
Is your TV like that, like an A4? No, it's not.
Humans are though, if you're
No.
filming your mates, they're taller than
Yeah, put it on the, try and put that on the TV.
Ian, just a quick query for the people. So basically, you should always have the middle button on that side and the camera bit on that side instead of the other way round.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Because people are going to go and turn it round the other.
What I've attempted to do, all the mistakes I've made myself, that's the camera. That's it, that's tiny. So you want to get it at the top, really. It works a bit better than the bottom. Just a little bit there. Well done. So, any more questions while I'm on, actually?
Am I totally screwed with those videos? Are they just no good then?
It's, well, you can use them. I mean, I get people used to send me this horrors. And what I do, I'd have to cut the top off and the bottom off and try and put them on a black background and do it. But you see them a lot like that. But yeah,
Okay.
Always have it horizontal. Always have it in landscape, or I will shoot you. Do not give me your footage. No, don't do it. Any more questions?
And the uploading, you know when you film, is there a program that you upload it to, like a cloud service, where you can edit from Filmic Pro, or
No, I'll show you.
how are we going to transfer
what we're
it?
going to do now is we're going to transfer these into the gallery, and we're going to attempt to do that. If I can do it. There we go. So, no. Welcome to live demos going wrong.com. Let's see what this will work. We do that, we do that, we do that. I think it's that now. Oh dear.
We have Final Cut Pro, whatever it's called. So
That's brilliant.
You can take it straight on there, can't you?
Yeah. I should have checked before. No, I don't know. Look at that thing. Oh dear, we have a problem. We have a problem. Just see. No, delete the motor. Ah, there we go. I found it. You can see I use this all the time. I found it. Right. Okay.
So what did you click with it?
I'll just about show you because I was doing a mini panic. So, what we're going to do, and this is not obvious as you can see. This is the bit that drove me mad first time. First time I used this, drove me mad. There's a little button down here that you can hardly see. It's got a little. Hang on. So if you all come around, so you see this button here. That's
The red one.
Yeah, the little thing down there. It looks like a bit of film. All your footage is hidden in there, and you can spend hours trying to find that button, like I did. And so you press that little button, and then the other thing that I've got nicely hidden away is press edit on the left-hand corner. I'll do it again because this is so hidden away. So the first thing is the little red button down there by the grid. I click film. So you press that one, and then you've got to press edit there. And that enables you just to tick the bits of footage you want to put into your camera. It's camera roll. Camera roll is the one you go. Yeah, that's where all your videos and photos go on your iPhone and iPads. You've got a copy in there. Why I'm doing that is, what we're trying to do now is I'll actually show you some bit of editing, which will go horribly wrong because I haven't used it for 6 months. But I'll show you some editing programs to do some basic editing. There's something called, the best one I found, there's iMovie,
Which comes with that.
which is $4.99 for the iPad and the iPhone, or something like that, or £2.99, and then that goes on your, it's free with a Mac.
Yeah, I've got it.
So on a Mac it's free, on an iPad, iPhone you've got to pay for it, but it still works fine. You can actually edit on here and upload to YouTube.
So if I want to put it on my Mac,
Yeah.
what do I do? From the iPad?
Oh my goodness. So you've got to plug it in and use iTunes.
Ah, so put it on iTunes.
And I'm not going to go
I'll
into
flick
that
it through. Yeah, it's okay.
because it's horrible.
Really?
It's
I hate-
easier
I
to
hate doing
use iPhoto.
iPhone.
Yeah.
I thought iMovie only took a certain amount of film. It didn't take like 2 hours.
I don't know how much it takes.
Well, you won't be filming
I don't
long.
use it.
You get 16 gig or 8 gig iPads, isn't it? The memory in iPads.
Yeah.
Got 16
That's
gig or
How big
32
is
gig.
that? How
I
big
have
is the
64.
clip? 2 clips.
That's 206 meg, 120 meg, so they can be quite big. But you can change the quality in Filmic Pro, so how much it's compressed in different settings. I try and get as best as I can
Of
on the
course,
device, so I want to get the best quality. So this is where it's going to go a bit wrong. I think we've got it already. I'm going to attempt to use Pinnacle Studio. So I quite like Pinnacle Studio because it actually is not a bad little video editing thing on an iPad. It's got some good features on it. Or you can use free stuff or pay for stuff on your desktops. But I wanted to create a course where someone with an iPad could actually film everything, edit it, and upload it just from an iPad. I thought that'd be quite fun. And I used to use this. It's okay. I mean, all these are okay. How do I do a new project? Start a new project. Okay.
Quick question about Filmic Pro.
Fire away.
Is the only difference with using that to actually filming straight on your
Yes.
video is that you can change the exposure and
It's better quality.
Okay, so it actually
much
does film in
better
better quality. Okay.
Yeah. It encodes it at a better, higher quality than you get in
So
normal.
it takes up more.
Takes up more space.
And how much is it?
Filmic Pro is, I think it's $2.99 now.
Two of them cost $10, I think. or $12.
Yeah, it's not.
So iMovies is $4.99 and Filmic Pro
I
is
think
$2.99.
iMovie's $2.99, and I think it's probably the same. for
And
Filmic.
Pinnacle Studios is free or?
No, it's not. It's
Pinnacle
$8.99.
Studio and Filmic Pro
Right.
cost me $12.
Well, if you've got whatever Pro, then Pinnacle do you?
Yeah, I mean, you can just use your desktop. I just wanted to show some quick edit. It's quite good because. Oh gosh, it's come in. That's amazing. How did that happen? Right. So that must be the last one to do. So don't laugh at me because I can't remember how to use some of this. So a lot of editing, whatever. Remind me later. Okay, whatever. You can get Pinnacle Studio on your iPhone. You can get it on an iPad. Same with iMovie. I won't go into all the features, but you've got more features in this than iMovie, and I think you can do more stuff with it. But you just try different things. So what I'm going to do now is try and remember how to use this. So generally, I think what you're going to do is I'll go on that shot first, and then I think we just drag it down here. Okay, there we go. And then, so let's see what that looks like. Okay, we are.
Okay, for wise.
We are rolling. And action. Let's go back a bit. So, trim. So I want to trim it. Can you see? Can everyone see this?
No.
So it's like, come round. Look. The most useful thing you can get on an editor is the soundtrack. You can see the sound here. It's in a graphical format. So you can edit. I suppose a projector really, but you can edit with the sound. You see the sound waves? Yeah, so that's kind of a useful thing. And then basically you just drag it down there. Hopefully this is going to work. It's not, yeah, so now I'm dragging it there. And I'm making it shorter. So now from the beginning.
As a customer.
Yeah, so we've got rid of the first bit. go like that.
As a customer, there's many ways that you can be involved with us. One of the ways you can be involved with us is by being a performance auditor. A performance auditor, also known as a mystery shopper, is a way that you can have a look and investigate.
I don't understand what you're doing.
So basically what I'm doing, I'm just trimming this little bit down here. So see, I'm dragging that across, I'm making it smaller.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to make this a bit smaller. Editing takes hours, so
As a
we're
customer,
not going to
there's
spend
many
hours.
ways that you can be involved.
And once
The
you've
ways you can be
trimmed
involved
a
with
bit
us
off,
is
is
by
that
being
it?
a
You lost it, or can you get it
performance
back?
You get it
auditor.
back.
A performance auditor also.
So performance order, so let's take it back to that. So we've got one little clip there.
As a customer, there's many ways that you can be involved with us. One of the ways you can be involved with us is by being a performance auditor.
Alright, let's go closer. Here we go. So, just to let you know, editing takes forever. So we need a quick.
One way as a customer that you
So we'll just trim it to there for now, for everything.
mix up.
Right, now I can look. Does that work?
With us is by being a performance auditor. One way as a customer that you can be involved. Being a performance auditor. As a customer that you can be involved with us is by being a performance auditor.
Okay, that's not quite right, is it?
One way.
Okay, got an edit. Let's make
As a
some.
customer, there's many ways that you can be involved with us. One of the ways you can be involved with us is by being a performance auditor. One way as a customer that you can be involved with us is by being a performance
Oh gosh,
auditor.
that was a crap edit.
Also known as a shopper.
We get the message then.
But anyway, I won't spend more time on that. But you can edit basically. So you can edit on an iPad if you want to, or